Yo, it's Joe. Welcome to another update video. Today was Tuesday, the 15th of April, 2026. Before we get into the stats for today, here is the current progress board. Yeah, I'll leave this up for a few seconds before we get into this. So yeah, as it's a Tuesday, we'll be focused on JP Treasure Publishing. So far in this month of April, we've made an estimated £61.83 from book royalties. What an absolute blessing. We are 15 days into April, so to have 61.83, that's actually done better than February and January, if I remember correctly. So that is a blessing. We do have Amazon ads running as well as meta ads. With regards to the meta ads, we do need to observe and refine them to see what effect they've had on our overall sales. I do believe they've now been running for about 2 weeks on roughly £10 a day. So yeah, I may need to pause them in the near future to build some capital for a proper ad push. But for now, that's what it's been looking like on that side. But yeah, going on to the Amazon ad side, we are currently running $20 a day across the campaigns. So according to the dashboard, however, I may need to re-increase the budget of the primary campaign. Apparently, there's been an estimated $50 to $150 on missed sales, so that's something that I will have to rectify. It definitely does look like I'll be pausing the meta ads and transferring the budget to the Amazon ads for now. Due to the recent changes that I made, the total cost for our main campaign has overtaken the sales, but I do know that once we temporarily pause the meta ads and switch the strategies, that this trend will flip again. But yeah, so that's the stats of this month so far as a quick update. But in general, this publishing journey has been incredibly insightful. I've always been respectful of those in philanthropy. I've always respected philanthropy and the philosophy of giving back to others. That's what I've done and practiced throughout my life. Going to church, being brought up as a Christian, and seeing the values and ethics was always something that I held deeply as I grew up. I understand how it is to not being on the receiving end. But as I mentioned yesterday, the aim is no longer trying to give from an empty cup, but from one that is overflowing. So I'm incredibly grateful for my success so far in publishing. I've been able to achieve the goal of detaching my time from money, which has always been the underlying goal of all my creative pursuits. I do thank God, the universe, higher being, or whatever it is that you may call it, for the inspiration and continued strength to keep striving for self-betterment and self-actualization. And of course, we're going to be looking to scale all of this so that we can get to a point where we can completely detach our time from money and be financially free in that sense, to then give back in the way I would like to. But as with all my endeavors, the uniting mission statement is to facilitate the flow of prosperity, wisdom, and growth in my life and the life of those I touch. Therefore, the books I publish aren't simply to make money, but to genuinely help the lives of the readers. In the case of my main book, it had sought to solve a problem that I had personally experienced during my time at university and higher education. JP Treasure Publishing was established to educate the youth and inspire their growth. With this in mind, it is actually euphoric to see the sales and the manifestation of my idea being purchased and also applied. I've heard quite a few people say to me how useful it was. It's practical, there's tools that they are generally using, and it feels like it is relatable, and all of this is an absolute blessing. And I'm just trying to keep improving that and create a series that touches more than the primary demographic that I currently have. I do look forward to building it up, growing it, expanding, and I've spoken with a few people who may help in doing this, and I'll reach out to a few more people because I definitely haven't been putting as much energy and efforts, or as much as I would like, to expanding this. But I'm seeing now that there are definitely ways to reach more people, And if it does get to more people, it will be able to. It's a cyclical pattern, you know. You get more people to invest in it, more sales come in. With the sales, we can use it to reinvest in it, and it'll expand in that way, and we can reach and touch more people and help them in that sense. But I do see more prosperity to come. And yeah, that includes the update for today. Always remember to facilitate what you have, and I'll see you in the next update.